remember this time when I had this amazing idea that I was going to become an infant consultant. And what that allowed me to do was go ahead and meet with parents, talk to them about something that I love to talk about, which is infants, and help them sort of find meaningful, loving ways that they can really connect to their infants. And I did this by meeting with them, by meeting with them in their houses. Then I was really able to see what sort of environment the infant was in, and maybe allowing them for a time to sort of unplug from the things of our busy, busy lives, our TV, our phones, our computers. Just unplug from that for a while. Put a blanket on the floor and let your child be. Let your child feel what it feels like to be on the ground, not be put in something like an exo saucer or these crazy chairs that we have for infants. Infants don't need any of that. It's all distraction, distraction, distraction. What an infant really needs to understand is where they begin and end. One of the beautiful things I had witnessed a couple weeks ago was an infant who he's about 4 months now, looking at his hand for the first time. He was just sitting there mesmerized, looking at it. Wow, this is awesome. This is great. Whoa, I didn't know it could do that. Whoa, and then the realization of, it's connected to me. This is me. How awesome is that? And just seeing his face light up and smile, it was just such a beautiful, beautiful moment. It's something that I wish that I could have taken video of and shared with everybody, because it was that special, and it was very touching and beautiful because the sun was coming through the windows, and it was just this really beautiful moment that I got to observe. And it was a moment of quiet observation. I wasn't talking to him. I think that infants do need some of that. They also need times when you are going to talk to them. We're in such a hurry that when we pick up infants, we don't tell them what's going on, or if they're crying, it's like, hurry up, get the baby to be quiet. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Coming from a place of fear, instead of saying, hey, maybe the baby is just frustrated because they don't know how to turn over yet. Or maybe, they just need some encouragement. Maybe they just need me to sit next to them and have me tell them, I am right here. If you need me, I will be right here. Which is another beautiful thing to witness, to see a child calm down with that, just acknowledging them. I hear that you are crying. I will be there when I can. Is also another good way for you to interact with infants. And, by doing this, I was able to acquire some more clients. And because I was doing this allowed me to quit my day job as a preschool teacher. I work for a very large corporation. And when I put in my notice that I was going to be leaving and why, the district manager became very interested. And so we had lunch together, and she wanted to hear all about what I was doing. And she decided to go ahead and call the CEO and tell him what was going on with my life and what I decided to do. And he got excited, and he called me, and he asked me to actually rewrite the whole curriculum for this huge corporation that I'm working for. And it spans the whole United States. I know we have some centers in Singapore. I'm not 100% where else that spans. So I was part of his writing team of revamping the infant curriculum and going out and teaching it to the other teachers. And we came up with doing this idea of doing sort of video modules, just so that it can get out there quickly. It's going to be it is a self-taught module, so that teachers can take themselves through the beginning and the end of a whole session with me, and implement things that I have learned along the way in my 20 years of working with infants, and how to create a most meaningful educational environment with using very little stuff, because infants don't need a lot of flashy, blinky, noise stuff. Sometimes they just need some peace and quiet and a wooden spoon. I mean, that's about it. You know, we make this life of ours so complicated sometimes that it's ridiculous. When we just need to calm down and get back to the basics, you know. And because I was doing this, there's an organization called NACI, and they're an accreditation organization. And sometimes in preschools you will see like NACI accredited. They have this huge conference every year, and because I was so involved with this curriculum and what I was doing, they asked me to come and speak to hundreds and thousands of teachers that come to this. And so I was really inspired and touched that they had offered me to be one of their speakers at this conference. And this just sort of opened the doors and allowed me to meet other teachers who are excited and who are actually doing what I do. It is nothing new that I do. I was taught to it by a woman named Magda Gerber. My first job in child care was at a center that followed her philosophies. I've gotten to hear her speak 3 times in her life. She has now passed over, but just a beautiful, beautiful person. And she has a whole thing out in LA area called Resources for Infant Educators. She decided to coin the term educators because that is what we do. We educate through caring for infants. And it was just a beautiful thing that she had started. I think it was founded in 1988. And because of doing the work that I'm doing right now, I became involved with them. I've written a couple of books with them, and just carrying on her legacy has just been so inspirational to me. She is definitely one of my heroes and someone that I definitely have looked up to. I just, being honored to have met her the 3 times that I did and spoken to her really meant a lot in my life. So that was really awesome. I really love doing that. And because I'm doing my heart's desire, I'm just feeling lighter. I have lost over 50 pounds, and it's just been effortlessly, I've decided through my meditations and through doing some deep spiritual work that I've been doing that I just slowly went vegan, and it was so easy. It wasn't like, on this date I'm going to be vegan, because I've tried that before and it didn't work. It just was an automatic thing that over time just gradually took over, and that's how I now eat. And because that I eat this way, it has affected some health problems that I've had for the better. I used to have high blood pressure and have to take medication that made me tired all the time, and now I don't even have to take my medication anymore. I also have arthritis inside my right hip, and because I've adopted this way of eating, I no longer have any pain at all. I only take Advil. I used to take Advil for that, but I don't anymore, and it's really awesome to not be on anything and to be spending my money on medications that I know further on down the road they would have had to been increased or changed to something else. And because of this beautiful ripple effect, because of me changing my life, my family's life has started to change as well. My son is healthy. He hardly ever complains or gets a cold anymore. He's very healthy. He's able to go to school and not get sick when his other friends are sick. He just doesn't get sick at all. We're really take pride in taking care of ourselves. We both started working out together. It's been really fun. It's been sort of a bonding experience for us, which has been great. He wanted to put on some more muscle, and so we're helping him do that. And by doing that, we're just increasing his calories, and he is just buffing out. He's looking great. And my sister, she no longer has high blood pressure anymore, and she is off of all of her medication. And my brother-in-law used to have like major gut problems all the time. He was always like complaining about his stomach. Maybe he ate the wrong thing. He wasn't fueling his body correctly. By just hanging out with me and my sister, because we co-create all of our meals together, he just started to get healthier just because of that simple aspect of now he's eating his meals at home. He's not getting any takeaway or any takeout food from fast food restaurants or places that make you sick, selling the standard American diet. So it's just been this whole beautiful process of allowing things to be. And with that has been just so incredible, because I'm now making the type of money that is going to allow me to, I think in about another 2 weeks, I'll be able to pay off my mom's reverse mortgage that she had put on her house. So in 2 weeks, I'll have a beautiful house. It's on 10 acres in the Santa Cruz Mountains. It's a place that I love to go to. It just sort of helps me to reconnect to my source, to unplug and just relax. The water there tastes awesome. It's from a well, and the water is just very pure. There's a stream that runs through our property. So it's all very, I've always felt very blessed living there. Just being able to walk down to the creek and sit on huge rocks that have like moss all over them, and just put your feet in this water that is so cold it gives you a headache. I've never been in a place that I felt like that before. I feel very serene there. Animals feel safe to come close to me there. I've had some really awesome experiences with deer and the rattlesnake up there. So it's just a beautiful thing, and to be able to know that I've paid it all off, and this is now our house and our land, and what we decide to do with it is up to us. And if we want to keep it pristine and beautiful as it is, then we can do that. And just living out my heart's desire has allowed and created all of these beautiful things to come my way. Following that spark inside of me that said, this is what you have a lot of knowledge of, and this is what the world needs to hear. And being able to put it in a way that I created my own business for myself. It's just been so amazing and so awesome. It has just freed up so much self-doubt. I no longer have any of that self-doubt. Why was I even doing that before? It was like, really? I used to live that way, and now I live this way. And all of these good things have been coming to me. Work opportunities are effortlessly. Being in good health is effortlessly. I get to meditate, and when I do meditate, I go into a really deep, peaceful meditation, and I'm able to just expand my awareness and my consciousness to a level that brings me great comfort and great joy. And I just feel so blessed that I get to do this work that's so important to the world, you know. And I'm really happy that I took a chance, because I think that the world needed an infant consultant, and I'm glad that I was here to fill that niche of an infant consultant. So it's just been an incredible experience, and I can't wait to see what other things can develop out of this. I know that this is just the tip of the iceberg for me, so it's just really awesome.